G'day folks, today I got something a little bit different for you. Today we're going to be looking at a large LED light. This is a perfect light if you're looking to maybe start a YouTube channel. It's not too expensive, it's quite powerful, and a nice quality light for the price. So let's open it up and we'll take a closer look at it. So first off, let's take a look at the case here. It does come with this nice little case, great for travel if you have to go out to location and you want to take this light with you or a couple of these lights with you. It makes it easy for travel. It's not a hard case, it's just a soft padded case, but it does give it some ample amount of protection. And it's also good for storage. If you're not going to be using the light for a while, you can pack it up and stick it away and it'll stay protected in there. If you're going to be starting a YouTube channel and you're just looking for an inexpensive light that works very well, you might want to consider this line. It's Falcon Eyes. I've already kind of reviewed one of their lights. This is another one here. It's good for any kind of videography work or photography, and they're not too much money, and they travel well, and that's sometimes important. So we're going to open it up here and we'll see what all comes inside. You can plug this light directly into the wall, but you can also run it on battery power. And there's two types of batteries that will work with it, and I'll kind of go over them here in a bit. They actually include the batteries in this package. So the first little thing we have here is a battery charger. And we have one and two batteries. These are Falcon Eyes batteries, but I do believe there are many different types of batteries that will work with it that are available on Amazon. And they also support the V-mount batteries, and I'll kind of show you that here in a minute. So the next thing we have is the light here. Now I'm just going to set it aside while we finish going over the contents of the case. We have a charging cable, and that's for the battery box there. So and here's another cable, and I believe this is for the box here. So you could use either cable, either for the battery charger or for the power brick. So we'll just set all that stuff aside. Here is a strap, and you can see there it has the V-mount bracket in it. And so that supports the V-mount system. And again, we will go over that here in a minute. And then we have the power brick, and this is what plugs directly into the light. So let's set all that aside. So we have the light here, and this is an LED light that has built-in diffusion. And what this tries to mimic is a softbox. Now, if you have worked with softboxes in the past, you know that they're not always the easiest things to work with. They're big, they're bulky, they take up a lot of room. And for a situation like myself, and you'll see here in a minute when I do a kind of a farther back view, I don't have a lot of room here where I film my YouTube videos. I'm in my basement office, and I'm in a corner, and there's not a lot of room to have big soft boxes to have a softer light. Now, for what I do, a soft light's not imperative. But if you're going to be filming people, doing interview kind of stuff, vlogging stuff, you know, the softer the light, the better. Now, as you can see there, it's actually a very thin light. I'm not actually sure what kind of material that's made of. My first impression is that it's metal. Like, I know the bracket here is metal, but it might actually be a just very hard plastic. It looks to be a nice build quality. It definitely does not look cheap. And durable as well. So we're going to flip it over here, and I'm going to show you a couple of things of interest. First of all, strapped to it here, this is an antenna, and it plugs into the side here. You can see that little adapter right there, or connector right there, I should say. And what that does is allow you to connect several of these lights together wirelessly. It's actually very slick, it works very easily. And the reason you would want to do that, if you have two of these lights, or you might have a couple smaller ones, because they do make smaller ones as well, all within the line, it allows you to control all the lights via one unit. So if you change the brightness on one, all the brightness will change. If you change the color temperature on all of them will change. Now this box here is where you plug in your batteries. So if you're going to be outside or out on location, maybe you're doing a small film in a building that doesn't have, or a barn that doesn't have any kind of traditional power, it's nice that you can run it on battery power. Now, for the most part, if you're going to be using this in your house, I would recommend just using the power cable. You don't have to worry about charging batteries up and things like that, because that can be a pain. You forget to charge them, you go to film, and then you got to wait for your batteries to charge. Now, if you're not going to be using the batteries, this whole unit pops right off. There's a little button here on the side. You can just press it in, and it slides off. Again, it has that V-mount system, and that's how it transfers the powers from the battery into the unit. So with that said, you can actually use the V-mount style batteries and plug them in directly. If you have a couple of them kicking around, You just plug them in, they're fully compatible with this unit. Now with this strap that they give you, you can also plug it into that V-mount system. That basically just allows you to mount your power brick if you want. That way you're not tripping over it, and you know, it's just nicely tucked in there. You would then plug the power end into the side there. Power cable here. So let's go ahead, we're going to plug this in and we're going to see what kind of light it throws off. So I'm going to turn the lights off that I'm filming with right now. So I've got the light mounted on a stand, and just so you know, stands are not included with these lights. You do have to purchase them. I'll include the links down below to the stands that I'm using. They're kind of a mediocre stand. I don't use anything too extravagant. So anyway, I'll flip the light on here. And you can see right away it already adds quite a bit of light there. So that's at 49% power there, so you can turn it down if you want to dim the light a little bit. But you can also turn it right up if need be as well. Of course, we can adjust the temperature of the light. It goes all the way from 3000 Kelvin up to 5600 Kelvin. So at the side here we have the power button. In that mode there, it's plugged into the wall, so that's where you would have it if you're powering it from the wall. Middle is off. If we flip it this way, that's when we're going to be running it off battery. So if you have batteries plugged in, you would flip it that way. The LCD screen at the back is very basic, but it gives you all the information you need, and controls are easy to use. You can adjust your temperature like that. You can do it in small increments or hold it down to make faster jumps. Same for your brightness. You can do it 1% increments at a time or hold it down to jump around quicker. We have a battery status indicator. Now it's saying 100% because we have it plugged into the wall. If we plug batteries in there, it would adjust accordingly. Now the next is the channel button, and that's what I talked about earlier. You can link these together automatically, and if you have 1 or 2 or 3, when you change a setting on one, all 3 will change. So right now the channel's set to off, so it's independent, but we can change it to channel A, B, C, or D. So if you've got 3 lights and you want them all to change by one control, you would put them all on channel A. If you have 4 lights, say, you want 2 to be controlled together and the other 2 controlled together, you could have 1 pair on channel A and another pair on channel B, and that way you can control them independently. If you want all 4 lights to be controlled independently, then you just leave it at off. So as you can see, it's a very nice light, very versatile. You can run off battery power, plug it into the wall. So that's important to some people. So I'll include the links down below where you can go check it out further on Amazon. Now with my Amazon links, my affiliate code is embedded into them. So if you do end up purchasing it, I do get a small percentage of the sale, but that doesn't affect the price for you. And it's a good way to support my channel. If you enjoy my videos, then definitely purchase through my links. That helps me continue my work. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.